My opponent's first point that tanning salons are going out of business costing us jobs is extremely flawed. The number of tanning salons in California is already unnecessary. According to Tan Liu, the bill sponsor in the state Senate, there are more tanning salons in California than there are Starbucks or McDonald's restaurants. This new law also does not economically harm salons. According to Indoor Tanning Association, only 5 to 10% of customers are under 18. This is a small economic downturn for the companies. All you're doing is simply eliminating the use of tanning beds. It's not like you can just go to another salon and use a tanning bed there because this law applies to all of them in California. You're simply forcing them to use healthier alternatives like spray tanning. Spray tanning is a better option and approved by FDA. It's recommended by the Skin Cancer Foundation and consists of hypoallergenic organic solutions. It contains aloe vera, which is good for your skin, fights bacteria, helps rebuild new tissue, and protects skin cells from damage. Tanning salons also fail to follow FDA recommendations on tanning frequency. If they aren't honest businesses, should they be allowed to be a business at all? The Food Drug Administration recommends indoor tanning be limited to no more than 3 visits in the first week. However, despite this recommendation, 3/4 of salons reported that they would permit first-time customers to tan daily. Several salon employees volunteered that their salons did not even require 24-hour intervals between tanning sessions. Tanning salons are also not honest about their products. An investigation done by the leaders of House Committee on Energy and Commerce reveals that tanning salons are routinely not providing evidence about skin cancer and other risks to teens seeking their services. They did the investigation and claimed they were fair-skinned teenage girls and contacted 300 salons nationwide. They asked them a series of questions about its policies, risks, and benefits of tanning. Every salon denied known risk of indoor tanning. 90% said that indoor tanning didn't pose a health risk, and 4 out of 5 falsely claimed it was beneficial to your health, and several claimed it would even prevent cancer. When asked about its relation to skin cancer, 51% of salons denied indoor tanning and skin cancer were related and described the suggested link as a myth or rumor. My opponent's second point that minors not being able to tan indoors isn't going to stop them from tanning outdoors is true. However, tanning beds are more harmful than the sun. Tanning beds emit mostly UVA rays, which increase the risk of melanoma, the deadliest form of skin cancer. UVA rays are more intense in salons than in the sun and emit 3 times more rays than emitted by the sun. The sun's intensity also varies throughout the year, but in tanning beds you're getting the same intensity every time you go. Sunlight is less dangerous than tanning beds, and according to the definitive mind, they quote, "Think about it in another light. If the dangers from sunlight were as treacherous as the salons would have us believe, why weren't ancient people dying from skin cancer that worked outside all day? And why is skin cancer unheard of in civilizations south of the equator, where UV rays are much stronger than that in the northern hemisphere?" What tanning really does to your skin, the sun emits UVA rays and UVB rays. UVB rays are what burn your skin, and UVA rays is what makes people tan because it penetrates the lower levels of the epidermis. In tanning beds, they emit mostly UVA rays, which are extremely powerful. They penetrate deep into the skin, through the epidermis layer to the dermis layer, where blood vessels and nerves are found. They damage the immune system, making it harder to fight off disease like melanoma. Tanning beds also damage your eyes. In tanning beds, the exposure to your eyes is 100% greater than that of the sun. With sunlight, you have your eyebrows to protect your eyes, but not in tanning beds. Overall, tanning beds are just too much exposure. Sunlight is necessary for your body to synthesize vitamin D, but it only takes 5 to 15 minutes of sun 2 to 3 times a week. My opponent's third point, that minors aged from 14 and over should be able to tan with parental consent, shouldn't even be considered. The issue here is safety. Using tanning beds before 35 can increase a person's risk of melanoma by 75%. Allowing teens to tan below 18 is just as bad as, or can be compared to letting them smoke cigarettes. Society is trying to protect young people from making hazardous decisions to their health. We don't let them smoke cigarettes. Why should we permit them to use tanning salons, another known risk of cancer? It's the same thing, and parental consent shouldn't even be considered. Also, the younger you start, the more damage you get. The risk of getting melanoma is associated more with how much a person tans and not the age. However, the younger you start, the more exposure you have to these UVA rays. And if it's not related to age, why make it 18? Like I just said, the younger you start, the more effect it has on you, and why not prevent it for those next few years? The earlier you're exposed, the worse it is later on. Skin cancer is not easily curable. Melanoma can be fatal if not detected early, and precancerous or cancerous cells must be removed, usually by cutting the affected tissue, which can leave scars. If surgery isn't an option, laser therapy, radiation, or even chemotherapy may be used. None, however, guarantee a cure.